Alright guys, welcome to another video, and in this one I'm going to be sharing my journey of learning to ring muscle up. Now this was a pretty cool challenge actually, and as someone fairly new to calisthenics, you know, the ring muscle up is just one of those iconic moves that I think everyone, you know, has to tick off the bucket list. So it took me about 5 days to learn to ring muscle up, and that was spread over a few weeks, and by that point I'd already learned to bar muscle up, although not very well, but I definitely think that helped give me an advantage. Although learning the technique behind the ring muscle up is, for me, it's completely different to the bar muscle up, so I still found this quite a challenge to learn. Anyway, with that said, hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get into it. So the technique that I've learned from YouTube videos is, here's the bottom of the ring. You literally put this fleshy part of your hand on, and then you turn your hand in like that and grab the ring. That way you haven't got to readjust your grip when you go for the transition. I think it's got the false grip, but doing it's another thing. Now looking back at these first few attempts, I can instantly see what it is that I'm not doing. If you look at the way that I pull up, my elbows are flared outwards, and that is a big no-no for the ring muscle up. They've got to be tucked in and keep them as close to your ribs as possible. So we didn't quite make it first attempt, but I feel like we're really nearly there, so it's just the technique. I don't think, maybe it's a little bit strength as well. I think it's more so the technique though. Just got to work on that a bit more. Well guys, it's the first snow we've had all year. I have to say it does look pretty awesome in these woods. Right, my hands are bloody freezing, so your hands are a bit cold. It will soon warm them up, so I'm going to practice some jumping muscle ups, and then we'll go for the big muscle up. Let's do it. So like when I learnt to bar muscle up, one of the things that I found really helped me was just going through the motions, even with the assistance of a small jump at the start. And what that does is just get you used to getting your hands in the right positions, really getting a feel for the strength needed to execute the move. Let's go for it. False grip, right, hands are freezing, can't feel my fingers. Oh, man, I feel like I'm just nearly there. Just do a really slight little bounce as I do it. See if that makes a difference. Nope, no difference. See if I can do a jumping muscle up from this position. Oh, man. Not today guys, not today. So we're back again. It's a little bit dark at the moment, I know. It's only about 7:45, but I wanted to get in here, get my workout done so I can get home, ready for work. I have moved locations. I don't know if you've noticed. So we was at that tree over there, because it had some nice big old branches on it, but we've moved to this smaller tree here. To be honest, I weren't sure if that branch was actually going to hold my massive 5'7" frame, but no, it's all good. I've tried and tested it. Since my last attempt, I have been watching some YouTube tutorials. There's one channel I found where a guy showed some different drills that you can do to help get through the transition. When I say transition, I mean from the point of going from here to there. And it looks like a really helpful drill, if you want to call it that. So that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. Going to be practicing a few of them. Starting off with the rings at about armpit height. You crouch down so beneath the rings and slowly pull yourself up through the transition and then push up. And obviously the goal is to rely less and less on your feet until you've got enough strength to do it without them. So these drills, they really were a game changer for me, and I think in addition to the jumping muscle ups, they really helped. And it's like with anything, it's just repetition, getting used to doing it over and over and over again until you build up your strength and you're better at it. So I think that's all my strength used up for the muscle up, so I'm just going to finish off by doing a quick workout and then we'll head back. So we had a big dump of snow last night. As you can see, it's going to be fun for the kids later on the sledge. So gonna go set the rings up. Hopefully my hands don't turn to blocks of ice doing it like they did last time. And try and get some muscle ups in, shall we?
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt.
So here we are on day 4, and at this point I knew that I still needed a bit more work on the techniques and the fundamentals. So that was really my focus for this day. It was really just working on jumping muscle ups, and then we done some dips and some pull-ups.
It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up.
And of course, once the hard work was done, it was time to have some fun in the snow. As you can see, I was pretty damn happy that I'd nailed my first muscle up on the rings. So I thought I'd take it to the next level and see what else I could do. And when I realised that I could do this, I was just feeling like a superhero. I'd gone from not being able to muscle up to being able to do a slow muscle up without kipping in a pike position, which is pretty cool. Like I said earlier in this video, it's really important that you keep your elbows tucked in, because you can clearly see in this picture mine are flared out. And it's also important to keep your hands as close together as you can as possible. It really makes a surprising difference when you do it this way, because it allows you to roll your shoulders through in the transition, and then it's just a case of pushing up. Whereas when you keep your elbows flared out, it's actually activating your lat muscles, which makes it much harder. If you enjoyed this video, I'd much appreciate your support, so hit that subscribe button. Drop me a question if you've got one, and I'll see you in the next one.